The city of Lake Worth is considering going back to having its own police force after contracting with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office for the last 2.5 years. It all comes as Lake Worth, like many cities, is dealing with a budget crunch. News Channel 5's Liz Flynn is following the story, and she's live at the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Liz, would this actually save the city money?
Well, Kelly, according to a study that the Lake Worth City Commission is looking at, it would save them about $3 million a year. Of course, that doesn't include about $4.5 to $5 million in startup costs. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says the study looks a lot better on paper than it actually is. And at this point, both sides say they are willing to try to negotiate a new deal.
I am only a resident that feels very strongly about this.
It's easy to see how Mary Lindsay feels about keeping the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. She's happy with the 18% reduction in crime her city has seen since Lake Worth Police merged with PBSO 2.5 years ago. While she admits a smaller police department might still be effective, she's concerned about the resources they'd lose.
We would lose all of the officers that have already been here, many of them for more than 20 years.
Lake Worth is looking to cut costs. In January, they voted to authorize a study to find a way of reducing their law enforcement expenses to $10 million or less. The study, the Wilden Report, recommended Lake Worth restart its own police department, ending its $13 million contract with the county. Even city commissioners that voted for the study that ultimately recommended that Lake Worth go back to having its own police department want to keep the sheriff's office. But they say it's ultimately a matter of money. 69 city employees were laid off last week because of budgetary concerns. They say there has to be compromise in this contract. Otherwise, they just can't afford to keep the sheriff's office.
People are very pleased with the sheriff's service.
Lake Worth Commissioner Joanne Golden calls the sheriff's office service exceptional and says there is room for compromise.
This is an issue up for negotiations. This is just the beginning.
Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw says the study does not take into account services like homicide detectives and gang units that aren't free, but says the agency is willing to work with the city.
It's not that we haven't worked with them to try to reduce their contract, because we know they're under the same constraints as all cities and agencies within the state. We just haven't had the opportunity to get to that point because they're in like a rush to judgment here to do what they're going to do.
Now, Sheriff Bradshaw says his agency will present its own rebuttal to the report in the next 7 to 10 days. In the meantime, on Wednesday, Lake Worth will look closer at the study at their work session that begins at 5:30. We are live in suburban West Palm Beach at the Sheriff's Department. Liz Flynn, WPTV News Channel 5.